Hey guys, guess who finally got around to drawing another saint? That's right, me, and it only took slightly more than a year, which means I'm actually working ahead of schedule. In all fairness, if you've watched some other videos on my channel, you'll see I've been struggling a bit with motivation and not feeling all too happy with my artwork, so I actually have tried drawing some of the remaining saints, but I kept scrapping the drawings because I wasn't happy with how they turned out. If you're new to this channel, this is one of my original characters from my story, Dreams in the Abyss, and she is one of the 8 saints who are religious figures in the lore of the story. So far, I've now drawn 5 of them out of order, so I only have saints 3, 4 and 5 left to do, but 2 of them are men and I really struggle with drawing men, so we'll see what they turn out like. I have a playlist on my channel with painting processes that have more lore scattered throughout because I don't always want to repeat the same thing in every video, even though I kind of end up doing it anyway. But essentially the saints were immortal figures tasked with guarding humanity from the Ravager, who they helped their goddess Oles lock up because he tried to eat everyone. And after millennia of successfully keeping him locked up, he finally broke free and devoured the universe, forcing a tiny percent of humanity to flee into a pocket dimension created by Oles so they could escape him. The pocket dimension was sealed and never breached for centuries until the main character of the actual story, Blue, falls in, and the saints were all devoured when the Ravager escaped, except for one who sacrificed his sainthood and immortality to bring through a girl who became the vessel for a piece of Oles because her body was also destroyed, and then he died too. So their story is quite a tragic one, but technically they're only really side characters. I just end up drawing them all the time because of my obsession with white hair. I think once I've drawn them all, I'm gonna do another world building diaries video that summarizes all the lore that I've scattered around into one place, and then finally draw some of the characters. Zephys here is saint number 6 out of 8, and she was the gentlest of them all, and also the first one to die when the Ravager escaped. So look upon her and know that by the time the others realized what had happened, she was already being digested by a beast. It was just her bad luck, to be honest, as the saints basically had to split up and drift further and further apart to watch different sections of the universe as humanity continued to grow and spread, and the section she was watching over happened to be closest to where the Ravager was being imprisoned and guarded over by Oles herself. I keep flip-flopping between how I want to present this story. I'd kind of like to do another webcomic, but I want to finish Chaos Granny, which is already a lot of work, and I quite like the idea of world building / storytelling videos where I drop pieces of lore or discuss stuff that's happening rather than scene by scene, line by line. But again, I'd also have to figure out how to do it and present it in an engaging way. So for now, I guess I'll carry on doing what I've been doing already, where I make painting processes and discuss a bit what's going on as well as other things and just figure it out later, especially since I kind of still need to iron stuff out with how the plot points connect. Like, I have a load of documents that are just filled with world building stuff, and I know where I want things to end up and all the twists and turns, but it needs to actually be coherent, you know? Plus, I'm still feeling a bit meh about my art skills in being actually able to draw what I want. Like, my ability to draw backgrounds and environments needs a lot of work, and even with drawing characters, I actually have to work on things like drawing people's legs and stuff. I'm gonna try and do some more studies and practice these to get better. I've done a few already, so keep an eye out for those because I'll post the painting processes for them as well. Also, I'm still working on that Dracula animatic because I have so much to say about that book. Oh, and I also have to study because I'm applying for a job that requires me to sit an exam, and I'll also be at MCM Birmingham at the end of this month. I just don't know why I always do 5 million things at once, but now you know why it took me a year to post another Saint video. But I always feel frustrated whenever I have to finish one thing before starting another, because I feel like if you end up doing that, you'll just keep delaying stuff forever. So I prefer to just start projects when I want and work through as slow as I have to, because then at least it's out there. Believe it or not, I'm actually holding myself back because I have other projects I want to start as well, but I'm gonna wait until I've at least finished the Dracula thing before I start the other ones. So well done me for showing restraint. Anyway, I wasn't 100% satisfied with this artwork of Zephys, but I didn't want to keep scrapping and redoing it like I have been, so I decided to just go for it, and if I want I can do more artwork of her later. But if you've gotten all the way to the end of this video, thanks for watching, bye!